Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Friday's edition of the English newscast on Info Television. Our top stories. A ceremony was held this October 3, 2025 at the International War College in Yaoundé to mark the beginning of a new batch of trainees. And the CPDM held a rally on October 2 in the Nkolmesi in the Mefo and Akona division of the Center region. And the president of this CPDM's division section, Gaston Elundu Esomba, spoke with CPDM activists who reassured him of their choice for President Paul Biya. Those were our headlines. Details in a jiffy. A ceremony was held this October 3, 2025 at the International War College (SIG) in Yaoundé to mark the beginning of a new batch of trainees. The occasion was presided over by the Minister of Defense in charge of the National Gendarmerie, Yves Landry Galax Etoga, representing the Minister Delegate at the Presidency of the Republic in charge of Defense. Mimi Tiobo attended the ceremony and brought back the following reports.
A grand ceremonial event in the pure military tradition took place this Friday, October 3rd, 2025 at the International War College in Yaoundé. A ceremony marked with a solemn entry of the 21st promotion presided by the Secretary of State to the Minister of Defense in charge of the National Gendarmerie, Yves Landry Galax Etoga, representing the Minister Delegate to the Presidency in charge of Defense, launched the beginning of the activities. This was preceded by the presentation of trainees and instructors as well as the inaugural lessons. With 35 countries having attended after Ethiopia's arrival, today's promotion consists of 57 auditors present out of a total projected enrollment of 61, including 8 women, all senior officers. It is with this international presence that SIG in Simbo serenely anticipate this 21st year of excellence. The quality of training and the prestigious position held by former students guarantee its international radiance. In the presence of Brigadier General Valenka, commander of the International War College in Yaoundé, senior officer and rectors of partners universities, including Matthias Eric Owonangeni of the University of Yaoundé too. A new batch of trainees enter the scene today. We will meet again next July for the presentation of the obtained certificate, which will mainly include the Higher Military Studies Diplomat, second degree, a master degree in Strategic Defense, Security, Conflict and Disaster Management from the University of Yaoundé too, SWA. This further proves the excellence of Cameroonian training.
CPDM militants at Lebudi in the Tombeti community came out in their numbers on October 2 to pledge their 100% vote for President Paul Biya. This was under the leadership of Didier Edoa, president of the campaign committee of the Tombeti community. Mimi Tiobo tells us more.
Paul Biya, Paul Biya, our president, father of the nation. Paul Biya, another 7 years.
It was an atmosphere of total fulfillment at the Lubudi locality this 2nd October 2025, where the Etonbeti community came out in numbers to renew their confidence to Paul Biya, promising a 100% vote comes October 12 presidential election.
His Excellency, you don't even need to doubt us because we are Anglophones and we have our culture. When we say we want to do something, we don't only do it, but we do it very well. So, on the 12th of October, that is just counting some few days from now, we are going to come out in mass and we will vote our president, His Excellency Paul Biya, will give him 100% vote.
The occasion was graced with Bamileke and English-speaking communities who pledged their unwavering support behind the CPDM party. What a woman wants, God wants it. Our women, our children, and we also, we are assuring you the victory of CPDM on 12th October, 100%. I repeat, 100%. Speaking at this occasion, Didier Edouard, president of the campaign committee of the Etonbeti community, expressed his gratitude while emphasizing the importance of unity amongst different communities.
Let us explain to the head of this commission that the Budi, Etonbeti, we are all together behind the head of state.
The chief highlighted the importance of working together and supporting the leaders.
My satisfaction after hearing from those communities, Anglophone communities and Bamileke communities, who was reassuring what we knew, that they are at home here, they should feel at home, and considering that they are committed to vote for President Paul Biya because they have been welcomed here. They are not considered here as strangers. They are not strangers at all. That is what they said, and we agree that they said that, and we are really assured that coming 12th October, everybody will cast its vote in favor of President Paul Biya.
The massive turnouts demonstrate a strong support for Paul Biya's re-elections, with militants set for a resounding victory come October 12, 2025.
And still in the same light, few days to the 2025 presidential election, the CPDM militants in Mengang subdivision united at the Ebula Kunu locality in the Nyong and Fumu division to pledge their 100% support for President Paul Biya in the upcoming polls. The meeting guaranteed a 100% victory in the upcoming election, as you tell us, Phillips Enchi.
In an atmosphere of jubilation, contentment and happiness, militants from the various subsections of the Mengang subdivision in Nyong and Fumu division, Central region, during the launch of the 2025 presidential campaign, unites at Ebula Kunu locality to disclose their unwavering support to President Paul Biya on October 2nd, 2025 as the October polls fast approaches. With a majestic entrance of the head of the permanent delegation of the CPDM in the division and president of the divisional campaign commission in the division, Professor Robin Kili, accompanied by elites, administrative and local authorities in the division, salutes the militants with smiles of victory. In a heart-melting speech, the senator reminds the population of President Paul Biya's dedication and engagement in fostering peace and social cohesion. The division, which has been benefiting from President Paul Biya's generosity, is now proud of reliable electricity, motorable earth roads, boreholes, health centers, schools, alongside countless opportunities offered to sons and daughters into the public service and more. Satisfied with President Paul Biya's governance, the militants openly declares, without reservation, 100% victory in the October 12th presidential election.
Glad to be here to assist on that very beautiful meeting where we are supporting the head of state, His Excellency Paul Biya, in Nyong and Fumu division. We are sure that we will win that major election.
After a successful consultation with the various wings of the CPDM party, the militants are ready come October 12, 2025 to prove their loyalty to their national president, Paul Biya. Everything has been put in place as recommended by the party's hierarchy, and it has been strictly implemented in Mengang. Mengang is a well-disciplined CPDM subsection with the objective to obtain 100% victory come October 12, 2025. The municipality of Mengang is confident of 100% victory come October 12.
Here at Mengang Council, we get only one candidate, is His Excellency Mr. Paul Biya is our candidate, and we are very happy, and we must vote him in the 12th of October.
Without benefit of doubt and a visible proxy from the traditional rulers, President Paul Biya remains the natural candidate of the party, as they are willing to maintain their unending support to their national president of the CPDM party come October 12, 2025. A ceremony spiced up with artistic animations proved successful, as militants of the party are expected to proceed with a door-to-door campaign in the subdivision, aiming at maintaining greatness and hope in the country.
The Cameroon People's Democratic Movement Party held a rally on October 2 in Nkolmesi in the Mefo and Akana division of the Center region. The president of this CPDM division section, Gaston Elundu Esomba, spoke with CPDM activists who reassured him of their choice for President Paul Biya in the upcoming election. Let's watch. The population of Nkolmesi in the Mefo and Akona division leaves to the vibrant moves of the presidential campaign. The campaign chairman for the Mefo and Akona division, Gaston Elundu Esomba, reiterates that the CPDM always listens to the people. We are getting closer to our population, the militants, to speak to them and pass across the message. And we naturally listen to them. And they all have plights. So we made them to understand that the only person to bring the solution to these worries is the head of state. Activists are ready to renew their confidence in President Paul Biya. According to Gaston Elundu Esomba, they are making a good choice. He started, he did it yesterday, and he will do it today and tomorrow. And he is the best choice. And in a firm way, the population has reassured us that here the vote will be 100% in favor of our candidate, Paul Biya. Despite the harsh weather, the activists demonstrated commitment and determination. This justifies their recognition for the work carried out by the CPDM in the Mefo and Akona division. Here already you that no one is doubting the President Paul Biya. No one is doubting. We are all being realistic. We are looking at the facts because, as you all know, Paul Biya has done a lot here, like roads and electricity. Traditional dances equally articulated the event as a sign of victory. Awai Afala in the Akweman locality hosted a vibrant CPDM campaign rally led by the divisional president of the CPDM Campaign Commission for Nyong and So, Dieudonné Zangba, showcasing their support for candidate Paul Biya. The event marked the installation of local committees to enhance mobilization. Agnes Ayok reports.
With songs and dance, on October 1, 2025, a vibrant campaign rally took place in Awai Afala 1 in the Akwaiman locality within the Nyong and So division. The event, organized by the Chief of Delegation, Divisional President of the CPDM Campaign Commission for Nyong and So, Dieudonné Zangba, showcased strong support for President Paul Biya. The rally marked the installation of various local committees aimed at mobilizing community members and enhancing support for the CPDM party. The divisional president of the campaign commission passionately urged attendees to participate in the upcoming elections, emphasizing the importance of voting for President Paul Biya. Today, we are in Akwaiman, where I lived sometimes when I was a child. I had to come and live the reality here. First, to encourage them, to tell them to continue having hope. You saw that they were as happy as everyone else. I equally want them to be aware of President Paul Biya. There has been a number of demands that we will study at another level, those that we can solve and those we will submit to the authorities. It is in the face of difficulty that we recognize great men, and that is where I appreciate the dynamism of our population in Akwaiman. In a locality where the opposition party has infiltrated, the divisional president of the CPDM campaign commission says, "We are in democracy. I said it earlier that the children who went to the opposition are our children. We must talk to them. We must understand why they are in opposition. You saw that I called them. They came. They listened to my message religiously. And I think we will continue to listen to them, to dialogue with them. That is what is democracy. They need roads. They need electricity. It's normal. They react as they do. But it is not the opposition that will find that." New party fabrics were distributed to CPDM militants, symbolizing unity and commitment to the party's vision. Akwaiman, yesterday, today, and always with Paul Biya, was a clear message from the population, which does not only galvanize support for Paul Biya, but also fosters community spirit and solidarity within the CPDM ranks. The rally featured performances from local artists, enriching the cultural atmosphere and engaging the audience.
And the nationwide sensitization tour ahead of the October 12 presidential election carried out by the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, has come to an end. After visiting the 10 regional headquarters, a high-level security evaluation meeting in Bamenda crowned the tour. Jude Kenji reports from Bamenda.
A high-level security evaluation meeting takes place in Bamenda this October 3, 2025, chaired by the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji. This meeting marks the conclusion of the nationwide sensitization tour to all 10 regional headquarters ahead of the October presidential poll. The meeting brings together administrative, defense, and security officials, as well as other stakeholders. It focuses specifically on the context of the Northwest region. Officials acknowledge that despite the ghost town ordered imposed by separatist fighters, the population goes about its daily activities, demonstrating clear resilience.
We have had enough of political disorder. And President Paul Biya has done more than what a leader can do to bring peace and tranquility. We cannot destroy our economy. We cannot destroy our own infrastructure. There is no revolution in the world where you go and burn down your own schools, you burn your health centers, you destroy the businesses of your citizens. I've never seen it. And President Paul Biya said he has given one way to all those who call themselves combatants or whatever, I don't know, that they should drop their weapons and go to the DDR centers. And I can tell you, and the governor is here to confirm, all those who have dropped their weapons and were in the DDR centers, they are living a better life.
The security situation in the region is confirmed to be under control, though authorities acknowledge persistent pockets of resistance.
The instructions from President Paul Biya are clear that the presidential election has to go on hitch-free, and that the administrative authorities and the force of law and order, through the coordination of regional governors, SDOs and DOs, should put in place proper mechanisms so that everything should go on peacefully in a serene atmosphere.
Minister Paula Tanganji emphasized that concrete measures are being taken and must continue to be reinforced to ensure the smooth running of the electoral process in the region.
To all political stakeholders, they have to show proof of maturity. Avoid irresponsible pronouncements. Avoid hate speech. Avoid any form of promotion of tribalism. They have to respect Republican values. It's important to abide by the rules and regulations because as actors or political actors, we have laws governing the electoral process.
Discussions centered on coordinating all necessary steps to guarantee security and facilitate voter participation. This coordination ensures the electoral process proceeds peacefully across the entire national territory. The minister also uses the opportunity to call on parents, urging them to play a pivotal role in putting an end to the ongoing crisis in the region.
So please, my brothers and sisters, we should tell our children that President Paul Biya has done more than enough and that those pockets of resistance, c'est résiduel comme on dit en français, should leave the bushes and come out. You have the DDR centers to take care of you. You will live a better life.
The governor, Adovlele Afrique, senior divisional officers, security and defense officials, and other stakeholders received a direct charge. They are instructed to remain on alert and maintain vigilance before, during, and after the October 12th presidential election in the Northwest region.
And in Bafoussam, the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, on October 2, met with authorities to have a clear plan ahead of the presidential election. Details in this report.
Amid a hive of political activities, the people of the West region continue their daily lives in a state of calm and serenity. The region has seen a significant influx of presidential candidates and their supporters conducting campaigns, leading to an increase in large gatherings and potential for political friction. Administrative, defense and security authorities are taking measures to ensure robust security measures are in place. A meeting is held this Thursday, October 2nd, 2025 at the West Governor's Office in Bafoussam to coordinate these efforts. Chairing the meeting, Minister Paul Atanganji of Territorial Administration reiterated the critical importance of maintaining vigilance before, during and after the October 12th presidential election.
Here today in Bafoussam are the esteemed instructions of His Excellency President Paul Biya, Head of State, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, to evaluate the security situation of the region and to have some details about the ongoing process on elections. Elections must take place in all 360 subdivisions in Cameroon, and that administrative authorities as well as the forces of law and order should put in place proper mechanisms so that the calm and serenity which reigns should prevail before, during and after the presidential elections. Those are firm instructions from President Paul Biya.
The minister insisted there is no room for unscrupulous politicians who will want to jeopardize the electoral process.
We should know exactly what we should do and what we should not do, and we have a red line that we should not cross. So the document is a guide for all the stakeholders, observers, political parties, and even those who are interested in the process. And as I said, Cameroon is a state of law, and all the stakeholders must abide by the rules and regulations. Those who had the intention of creating a platform to computerize the results and publish, it is a criminal offense against state institutions.
To coordinate these efforts, administrative, defense and security forces alongside the West Regional Delegate of Elekam are set to present a detailed report on the realities within their respective areas of command.
Talking to the media men also, because at times they are part of a conspiracy which is not very good. the kind of information that we send for public consumption. We have to filter.
The matter was also cautioned on the way information must be handled during this period to ensure stability.
So I just wanted to tell all our stakeholders that it's important that each and everyone who is an actor knows his or her weight in the process. So we have to be careful. We will be very firm on those who will attempt to disrupt the process. The arm of the administration will be very, very hard on defaulters.
With the security situation in the West region confirmed to be under control, the electoral process is expected to proceed smoothly in a calm and secure environment.
After mini Matap in the Adamawa region and Kribi in the South region, the Prime Minister, Head of Government Chief Dr. Joseph Dion Gute laid the foundation stone of a local pharmaceutical industry in Yaoundé. The infrastructure is expected to produce pharmaceutical equipment and medication while fighting against the circulation of fake drugs. Phillips NC throws more light.
In a solemn and grandiose ceremony on October 3, 2025, the Prime Minister, Head of Government, Chief Dr. Joseph Dion Gute, representative of the Head of State, President Paul Biya, laid the foundation stone of the local pharmaceutical industry in the Mayo neighborhood, Yaoundé 4 Subdivision Center region, accompanied by the Interim Minister of Mines, Industry and Technological Development, Professor Fu Calistus Dentry. A project under the responsibility of the Yingchen Group aims to boost the country's health sovereignty and economic growth through the production of local essential medicines and medical devices. The industry is expected to provide an annual production capacity of 100 million vials, 2 billion ampoules, 10 billion tablets, and 100 references of medicines and medical devices across 6 pharmaceutical domains. With the increase in production of generic drugs and overcoming the sales of fake drugs, promoting universal health coverage and import substitution, which is in line with President Paul Biya's 2020-2030 National Development Strategy, we see the country dominate the pharmaceutical industry within the Samak sub-region. The project is estimated at 530 billion francs CFA.
Trop longtemps, nous avons dépendu.
Over the years, we've been depending on the importation of pharmaceutical products to respond to the medical needs of our population. This situation calls for an urgent need to develop the national pharmaceutical industry, which is resistant and capable of satisfying the medical need of our citizens in quality and quantity. It is in this line of collaboration which both the public and private partners decided to support the construction of a pharmaceutical industry which will contribute to our medical supply independence and exporting capacity. The local pharmaceutical industry, which is also as a result of the Sino-Cameroon partnership, sees the state of Cameroon providing 51% and partners 49% investment respectively. The factory intends to train university students, guarantee the availability of quality medical products to Cameroonians in quantity. The government is conscious of its obligations.
Soyez assurés. Le gouvernement restera mobilisé pour accompagner la concrétisation de cette initiative.
Be rest assured that the government will do all it takes to accompany the concretization of this project. I am inviting all the various ministerial departments and stakeholders concerned to multiply efforts so as to finalize all the procedures on standby so as to consolidate and make it a reality. I want to use this opportunity to call on the Chinese ambassador to Cameroon that as partners, our hands are open to welcome investors wanting to invest in Cameroon. This project under the responsibility of Yansheng, aims to modernize our health sector, brought about by the head of state, President Paul Biya.
Notre pays a connu de profondes mutations dans le domaine hospitalier.
The project is an evidence of economic growth and President Paul Biya 2035 emergence plan.
Les travaux ont bien commencé il y a plus d'un mois. Vous aviez vu la base.
Work on the site began a month ago. The base has been completed. Work began in the month of July 2025 and we proceed to July 2027. The first phase is focused on the construction and putting in place of a pharmaceutical factory. The second phase, which runs from January 2027 to July 2027, is focused on the construction of an ultra-modern medical complex that meets up international standards. And the third phase, which is an extension within the regional block, consists of a pharmacy and a research development center.
D'un réseau de grandes pharmacies et à la construction d'un centre de recherche et de développement.
A pharmaceutical factory resting 5 kilometers away from the Yaoundé-Simalé International Airport will transform the medical face of Cameroon within the sub-region while permitting neighboring countries to benefit from its medical supplies. This project will contribute to the fight against fake drugs and we hope secure the access of good medical health care to our population. Traditional authorities in the locality could not hide their joy and satisfaction as the custodians of tradition pour libations while thanking President Paul Biya for such a gift to the nation. Beyond industrial output, the project promises to generate 1,000 direct jobs for pharmacists, engineers, technicians and administrators, as well as 3,000 indirect jobs in the transport, distribution and maintenance sector. The ceremony was attended by members of government, stakeholders, local and traditional authorities. A ceremony spiced up with traditional dances proved successful as the local pharmaceutical industry is expected to transform the industrial sector and improve the country's gross domestic product.
And that information takes us to the end of tonight's edition. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for your keen attention and stay in the company of our programs as Claudia Ntsa comes up at 8 p.m. for the news in the French language. Have a good evening.